Hello everyone, my name is TarotWithGen and today we are going to be doing another beautiful pick a card reading. So I have here the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, which is what we're going to be using today. And you have to ignore my finger because I really hurt it the other day on a cereal bar box and literally cut a chunk out of it. Honestly, like one of the worst finger injuries I've ever had. And it was so simple, it's really quite funny, but yeah. Anyway, today we are going to be doing a pick a card reading on what people love about you. So we're going to be focusing on all of the positives, all of the love, all of the happiness, just focusing on what people love about you. So I just thought of a really interesting idea for this actually. I thought we could look at kind of like what people first love about you, like before they really know you. So like from a distance, what people love about you. Like say you're walking down the street and you see someone with like bright purple hair and you think, wow, I love that about them. I love that they can pull that off, you know, and it may not be, you know, obviously you don't love those things about someone necessarily in terms of the word love, but you know what I mean, you know, when you walk past someone and you're like, oh my god, I love their style, that kind of vibe. So I thought we could get 2 cards over here for that. Then I thought we could get 2 cards about what people that know you but aren't close to you love about you. So maybe like distant friends or acquaintances, people you see at work, school, whatever, people you know that you're not close to. And then I thought we could get 2 cards about what people who really know you and really do love you love about you. So people that are really close to you, your close friends, best friends, family, soul tribe, anything like that. So that is what we're going to be doing in this reading. I feel like this is going to be really fun, really uplifting and really positive, so definitely keep watching. And we have 3 piles down here that you guys can choose from. It goes from left to right. I feel like not enough tarot readers explain that straight away, because I know that some of you probably skip the intro for this, and I don't blame you because I do the exact same thing for a lot of tarot readers. And a lot of people don't say left to right, they just kind of go, oh yeah, there's 3 piles, pick one. So yeah, but anyway, this is pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3. We've got some rose quartz here if you guys want to see it up close. We've got some sodalite here. And then we've got some black tourmaline or black tourmaline. I never really know if I'm saying any of these right, but yeah. Rose quartz is the only one I know I say kind of right. But yeah, anyway, feel free to pick your piles now. Like I said, pile 1, 2 or 3. Timestamps will be in the description. Go click your timestamp and I will see you at your chosen timestamp. Hello to everybody that picked pile number 1 or the rose quartz. So we are going to start off by cutting the deck because this is something I always really like to do, just to kind of reset the energy of the cards before each pile. Also, sorry about the creases on my blanket. I know it might really annoy some people. It annoys me when I edit, but I can never be bothered to, like, you know, iron the blanket or something. So you're just going to have to bear with. I don't have like a crazy professional setup, so you're just going to have to deal with it. But yeah, it is slightly annoying, I know. But it is very soft. Anyway, we're going to start off by finding out what strangers love about pile number 1. So what do strangers love about pile number 1, Spirit? Okay, I'm getting the energy to take that card. I don't know why. It just, yeah, it kind of popped out but didn't fall out. What do strangers... Too many cards. Right, what do strangers love about pile number 1? We want 1 card for what do strangers love about pile number 1? 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 Okay, and this card. The Hermit, and we also have the 2 of Wands. Okay. I'm just going to check this is in frame for you guys. Okay, I could probably move these up a little bit and I could probably zoom in a little bit too, but I think we're just going to leave it like that. There we go, that should be good for you guys. Sorry if it's not the best, like it's really difficult for me because I film on my bed and like I'm literally sitting on the floor, so it's really hard to tell if things are like straight or if it's not straight, but hopefully that's somewhat, you know, in line. Anyway, now we're going to look at what people who are like not close to you, but like, you know, friends or acquaintances, what do they love about pile number 1? What do friends and acquaintances love about pile number 1? What do acquaintances and friends love about pile number 1? What do acquaintances and friends love about pile number 1? What do, like, whoa, what do acquaintances, friends, co-workers, what do they think about pile number 1? I'm hearing working alone, so a lot of you guys may work from home or may have your, like, maybe just work alone. I'm hearing at home, but that makes sense because obviously a lot of people have been doing that because of the COVID pandemic. So maybe you haven't been seeing many acquaintances or friends. 2 cards. I guess that's 1 card. Oh my god, they're literally flying out. Either nothing comes out or they fly out. Okay, we've got the Magician for what your friends or acquaintances think about you. What else do people, one's friends and acquaintances think about them? And then we've got the Six of Swords. And I'm also not going to be taking reversals. I can't remember if I said that or not, but yeah, I'm not going to be doing that today. Can I then get... Okay, this card just wanted to come out, so we're going to take it. Okay, we've got the Four of Wands for what people who are close to you think about you. Sorry, love about you. What do people close to pile number 1 love about them? Okay, and this card also fell out. We've got the Knight of Wands. Okay, my pile number 1s. I've just moved the camera setup to get it a little bit better because it was kind of going a little bit squiff, but hopefully this is a little bit better for you guys and a little bit more zoomed in. So, starting off, what I first of all see for what people that don't really know you think about you, so like people maybe like walking down the street, things like that. I feel like a lot of the time people think you're in your own world, and that's really what I get with both of these cards together. Like, you're kind of in your own world, you might be dreaming about like your next destination, you might be a daydreamer is what I'm hearing for a lot of you. You might like be thinking about travelling the world is what I'm hearing as well, or your next adventure, your next exhibition. You're not really thinking about like the 3D world as it is right now. Like, I feel like maybe some of you guys struggle to kind of live in the moment when you're in a situation where you're just walking down the street or where you're maybe on public transport. I feel like a lot of you maybe put in your headphones, or you maybe just kind of go on your phone or read a book or look out the window. I'm getting a lot of that energy from these cards. It's kind of like you're looking on to more exciting, more expansive things, and I think that's what people see about you. They think, oh, that person's daydreaming, or that person is kind of in another world. Like, they might like look at you and think, oh, I wonder what that person's thinking about. And with the Hermit, yeah, similar energy. Like, I feel like maybe a lot of you guys, you don't want to be bothered when you're out in public. Like, you just kind of want to put your headphones in and just zone out and be left alone. And I feel like, you know, not that people see you as like a loner or anything like that. I just feel like, say you're, because like for this card, for these 2 cards, I was trying to think of like when I drew them, I was trying to get the impression, like what people love about you when they're kind of like on public transport and you're there, or when you're kind of like driving, or when you're walking down the street, or when you're walking around a shop or something like that. And I feel like people really do think you're in your own world, and they kind of love that. I feel like you don't bother anyone, you don't really like get on anyone's nerves, who, you know, when you're kind of outside of the house and you're not with people you know, like if, you know, you're on your own on a walk or something, I feel like people think, oh, they look like they're in their own little dream world, they look like they're having a good old time, and they feel like you're quite peaceful, quite pleasant, and they love that about you. They love that, like, maybe you're dreaming about bigger things, and I think people love to ponder on what you could be thinking about, like if you're thinking about something really, really deep or something really like philosophical, because I feel like a lot of you do, and a lot of you aren't just thinking about like, oh, what do I have for tea tonight? You might be questioning like theories for how life began and things like that. I feel like that's what you guys have, that kind of energy where you're just questioning a lot of things, and I feel like people love that about you. They love that you're looking on to bigger things, and you're looking on to, you're kind of daydreaming about like, you know, bigger things than just your daily routine. And yeah, I think that's definitely like a nice impression that people get of you, and something people who don't know you really love. Sorry guys, I just put on another light because I felt like it was getting too dark in here. But yeah, anyway, yeah, that's what I feel like people love about you. People that don't know you, they love that like you're kind of in your own energy, you don't bother anyone, you're kind of dreaming of bigger things, probably daydreaming, having a good old time, and just kind of zoned out. And I think people love that about you, they really do. You guys I just got a message, a retreat to nature to meditate. So you might be like one of those people that really likes going into the mountains and sitting down and just like doing your meditation, and you don't bother anyone, and people look at you and they think, well, I love that about them. I love that, you know, they're really cool and they do their own thing. And I'm hearing individuality as well, so a lot of you probably don't care what other people think of you, which I think is really great. So you guys have a really nice first impression on like the people, you know, that you kind of walk past in the street. And I know this isn't a first impression reading, but obviously what people who are strangers love about you is a first impression. So yeah, then moving on to what your friends love about you. So I feel like people who are acquaintances to you, friends with you, or kind of distant from you, like, you know them, maybe you knew them in school but you're not friends with them anymore, or maybe you're co-workers with them, or you're on the same course as them but you don't, you know, hang out outside of that. Those kind of people, they see you as kind of like someone who is very lucky. I feel like with the Magician, this is someone who, like, not even lucky, because I don't know if I do believe somewhat in luck, but I think most of luck comes from having a positive mindset and being quite a good manifester. So yeah, I feel like people think you're kind of, I just heard jack of all trades, which is definitely indicated in this card, because this card includes all the signs. And I also just got a message because when I drew these cards, I did think there was like a nice mix of different signs here. Obviously we have mostly fire, but we also do have some swords energy here. And obviously here we've got all of the elements. So it could be that you guys have like a really nice, well-rounded impression on people who know you but aren't close to you. And yeah, with the Magician, I feel like people see you, like people, for example, I've just got this like message. So say you had people who you used to go to university with or school with or who you work with, or even if you still see them now, they might have you on like Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat or whatever, and they see you post something and they're like, wow, this person like really like manifested their life. Whether they believe in manifestation or not, whether you do or not, I feel like that's what people think. Like people think, wow, like they really manifested their like dream life, you know, they're really manifesting what they want. And I feel like you're the kind of person to go out and get what you want, and I think that's what people see about you, which is really nice. And I think when people like see you on Instagram and that you've posted like this glow up photo or what they consider to be a glow up, they will be like, wow, I love that about them. I love that they went out there and got what they wanted. I love that they manifested what they wanted in life, you know. And with this swords card here, with this Six of Swords, I feel like a lot of you guys, you walk away from things that don't serve you anymore. And I think, again, people see that and they love that. I think you're the kind of person where, to be honest, this is very much like me. I'm very similar to this. If like I'm not feeling something anymore, then I will walk away from it and I'll keep a positive mindset, and that's kind of how I manifest a lot of good things into my life. And I think a lot of you guys are the same, you know, you might go through a bad job situation and you walk away from the job because it's not making you happy anymore, and then a few months later, people who are friends with you, people who know you, they see you at a different job and you're living your life and you're posting photos about it. And I am here on social media, but a lot of you may not use social media, you know, not everyone does. But if you do, I'm definitely thinking people see your social media and they're like, wow, I love that they, you know, took the risk, left the situation and became this magician and just manifested what they wanted. And I think a lot of people really respect that of you. And then also people who are like, if I just got a message as well, like if you say worked somewhere and you left, so say you worked in Tesco and then you had enough of Tesco, so you went to work in Sainsbury's, okay? If you're not from the UK, those are supermarkets, by the way. But yeah, so say you worked at Tesco, you had enough of Tesco, you went to work at Sainsbury's. People from your Tesco work might still see you, either in passing, or they might, you know, see you every now and then for a catch-up, or they might see you on Instagram, and they think, wow, like, I wish I could take that step to go to Sainsbury's like this person did, you know. I wish I could leave the job and leave the situation that made me unhappy to manifest what I really want. And I think that's what you guys go and do. But yeah, I feel like with the Magician, you guys do just manifest things into your life, and I think people love that about you. They love that you remain positive in maybe difficult situations. They love that you end up like getting what you want, and I think people really respect that. They're not like, I mean, obviously you could have some envy, some jealousy, but I'm feeling for the most part people are happy for you. People are like, I'm so glad that this person's like dreams came true, you know, because when they first met you, they probably saw you with all of these dreams, daydreaming about them. And then when you actually go and get it, I feel like they're actually happy for you and they love that about you. And yeah, this could be any situation. It could also be like you, I don't know, wanting to start an art business and then you go for it and you walk away from whatever was making you unhappy, you know. If there's a relationship, I feel like you guys, you know, if you're not enjoying it, you walk away from it and you end up manifesting what you actually want. And people really love that, and they really love that you're so positive as well, so that's great. And I also heard that a lot of people want to be friends with you, so maybe a lot of, I'm hearing all the friends in the world, so like a lot of people probably want to be friends with you when they know of you, but maybe they're too nervous to like come forward and like say something, or they're too like, oh, this person might not want me, like, you know, intrude in their like manifestations and stuff, so they might not end up coming towards you because they're too scared or intimidated. Or they think you would reject them. But I feel like a lot of people want to go near you because you have this amazing magician energy, and I feel like a lot of you are more of the quieter type, but you have this like amazing exertive personality, and these are two major arcana, so I feel like these really, really represent you as people. So yeah, I really love this energy, and obviously other people love it too, so that's great. And then moving on to what people who are close to you love about you. So a lot of people, I feel like, really love you. You know, you probably have, if you don't have someone in your life right now, I feel like a lot of the people close to you, especially if you've got close guy friends, so like say you're a girl and you have close guy friends, or say you're a guy and you have close girlfriends, or whatever way you flow. Say there was like a girl and they were straight and they had loads of guy friends or guy friends around them, I feel like a lot of the guy friends would, who they're close to, would feel like they wanted to be in a relationship with them or wanted to marry them and fall in love with them, because I feel like you guys exert that energy of like ideal relationship. And I feel like a lot of people in your life love that I'm hearing committed, and I'm hearing love that you're hopeful as well. And this is literally the 1111 card. I love this card. The Four of Wands, it's beautiful. So yeah, and this actually interlinks well with the Magician as well. Very, very similar colouring in the cards and similar like flowers and everything. You guys could also really love flowers, just saying, or floral prints or something. But yeah, people close to you, they love that like I think you guys believe in true love, and I think people love that about you. And people close to you, a lot of people close to you, see that you're going to be in their life forever, and that you're kind of you'll always be there for them, and that you're really committed to them. And I think people love that about you. You know, people look at you and they're like, wow, like I trust this person so much. And I feel like when you're with someone, if you're hanging out with someone individually, like say like your best friend or say your mum or whatever, then I feel like they feel like it's just you two and you're like a power couple kind of dynamic. And if you are in a relationship, this really is indicated here that this person loves you so much. So if you are in a relationship and you're unsure exactly how they feel about you, they really, really love you and they love everything about you, is what I'm feeling. And yeah, with this, I just feel like people love your commitment. People that are close to you, people close to you also love that they can trust you and they can rely on you. And they also love your positive outlook for the future, and they kind of love that they know that like you'll always include them in the future. I'm also hearing they love your caring nature as well. And with the Knight of Wands, this card is really interesting because this is kind of all about like taking risks and putting yourself out there. And I feel like a lot of you are quite fiery, despite having this maybe first of all quite shy or quite reserved persona to other people that don't know you very well. But I feel like you're happy to let your fiery personality out when you're with people you're close to. And with the Knight of Wands here, I feel like you guys are definitely the ones to take risks kind of thing and put yourself out there, in terms of like, I'm hearing in terms of travel, because obviously here we had this kind of travel card. You guys may not be into travel, you don't have to be, but I think in terms of like your big ideas, people close to you, like they know that you will take risks to put yourself in a situation where you can manifest what you want, you know. And they do see you as quite a risk taker, and they love that about you. And I think people who aren't, it's very interesting because I feel like there's two polar opposites. I feel like people over here who don't really know you, who just pass by you, love that you're like dreaming about bigger things and love that you're like not caring about what other people think. People that know you but aren't close to you, they kind of think like, wow, I love that they can manifest things, and I love that they walk away from things that make them unhappy. And then people that love you, they're like, I love that you take the risks, and I love that you're like, you know, committed as well, and I love that like you build good relationships with the people around you, you know. And I feel like a lot of people that are close to you, I don't know if you guys have like a smaller or tighter circle. I'm hearing like 2 to 4 people, like maybe 2 to 4 friends or something like that you are like really, really close to. Maybe you're really close to your family, or maybe you're just really close to your partner. And I feel like those people that are very, very close to you feel like you're like this, you know, and they feel like even though you take risks, they love that you like take risks to do things that will benefit you. And they also know and love that like you'll have a great relationship with them and that you spend time working on the relationship with them. I feel like even though you walk away from things that you know don't fulfill you, when something does fulfill you, I feel like you'll do anything in your power to keep it going, and people love that about you. So I really love this, and it really links together super, super well, and it's so positive. And well, obviously it's what people love about you reading. Obviously it would be positive. I feel like whoever you meet in life, whether you end up not knowing them well, whether you end up as friends, or whether you end up really close to them, they're all going to see you in like a really, really positive light, and they're all going to see like the love that you have to offer the world. And people just love that about you. They love that you manifest, you dream, and you go and get things, and that when something's good you stick with it and you're committed to it, and you love it. So yeah, this is really beautiful. Thank you so much for watching pile number 1. I am now going to move on to pile number 2, but if you did enjoy this video, then remember to smash the like button, comment down below, and let me know how this resonated. Feel free to subscribe for more readings as well if you want. And yeah, I'll let you go now, and I hope you have a really nice day, evening, or whenever you're watching this, and I will see you hopefully in my next video or another video in the future that resonates with you. Bye bye. Hello to everybody that picked pile number 2, or the Soda Light. I really hope that the lighting isn't too bad. The sun has pretty much gone down now, so we are left in some, not darkness, but some kind of like, you know, dimmer light. So hopefully it's not too bad with the lights in my room. But yeah, anyway, we're going to start off by cutting the deck. And I'm already hearing like messages, I'm already feeling things. So we're going to get on right on into this. So I'm going to start off by looking at pile twos, what people love about pile twos. Oh my god, I literally can't talk. I feel like a lot of you guys may get muddled with your words a lot, or may get like overwhelmed. And it's a feeling I keep getting like as I'm starting this pile, so that might be like a common thing for you guys. Also, anyway, I don't know if this is like a stretch too far. Obviously I'm not trying to diagnose you guys with anything, but some of you guys may have anxiety, because honestly as soon as I started to do this pile, I got like quite a tight chest and quite kind of struggling to breathe a little bit, so that could definitely be related. Anyway, right now we are going to be looking at what strangers think, not what strangers think, oh my god, I literally can't talk. What strangers love about pile number 2. So, Spirit, what do strangers love about pile number 2? What do strangers love about pile number 2? What do strangers love about pile number 2? And what do strangers love about pile number 2? What do strangers love about pile number 2? Okay, and we got 2 cards. We got Death, and we got the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles came out first, that's what I'm putting at the top. I'm just going to check that's in frame for you guys. Perfectly in frame, awesome. I'm sorry if the lighting's bad, by the way. I really, as long as you can see the cards, I feel like it's fine. But yeah, I know it's not the best lighting, so apologies for that. Okay, and then what do pile 2's friends love about them? Pile 2's friends and acquaintances love about them. What do pile 2's acquaintances and friends love about them? What do pile 2's acquaintances and friends love about them? Okay, literally so many cards came out. Okay, can I just have 2 cards on what pile 2's acquaintances and friends love about them? I'm hearing outgoing. Okay, whoa, okay, we've got the King of Swords. I'm going to take this one because it was on top. And I'm also going to take this one, the 3 of Cups, because this was also facing like this way around. I'm also not taking reversals today, guys. I mean, none have come out anyway, but I'm not taking reversals. And then can we get 2 cards on what pile... Nope, sorry. Yeah, what people who are close to pile 2 love about pile 2. God, it's a really long-winded statement, honestly. What do people close to pile number 2 love about them? What do people close to pile number 2 love about them? I'm hearing your accent. I don't know why. What do people close to pile number 2 love about them? So if like you guys maybe are really close to someone who has a different accent to you, I feel like they love your accent. What do people close to pile number 2 love about pile number 2? What do people... Okay, the Empress and the Knight of Swords will take them. Okay guys, I hope this is looking okay. I know that like the lighting is really not the best, but we're gonna have to work with it. So starting off with what kind of strangers feel about you and what they love about you. I feel like first of all, right off the bat, people who don't know you, they see you as someone that has money is what I'm feeling with the Knight of Pentacles. Like someone who has wealth, who has money, who has success. People probably see you, like say you're walking down the street, people probably think, wow, that's like quite a wealthy person, that's quite like a the kind of person who like looks really responsible. Maybe you guys dress quite like classy or quite like high up, like quite like high business end, you know. So you wear like a shirt and a tie or a suit or something like that, or maybe you wear like a blazer or like one of those really long nice coats. I feel like you guys dress a certain way that makes people who are strangers to you, so like maybe people on public transport or people who are like walking down the street past you or people that serve you in a shop, feel like you're quite wealthy, quite responsible and have quite like a higher position, whether you do or don't. That's the impression people get of you, and that's also what people love about you, people that don't know you. So this is kind of like a first impression slash like a positive first impression, so like what people love about you when they don't know you. So yeah, I definitely think that. I also feel like with the Death card, people may see you as someone, so maybe like, say if you, I don't know, you like strangers, so like you don't know the person, but maybe if you go into the same shop a few times a year, like maybe you like shopping in H&M and you go in there every few months, maybe like the shop workers kind of recognise you and they see that like every time you come in you have like a glow up, you know, or you look different, you look you know, I mean, a glow up can be interpreted in different ways. Like, it doesn't have to be physical, but I feel like it is mostly physical, because obviously they don't know you. So I feel like physically, and like your aura every time you go into the shop or whatever is really, really like heightened and more positive. And I feel like people see that, and people see you change a lot. So like, obviously this isn't people that really know you, but just like I said, if you went to the same place repeatedly quite a lot, like maybe you like Starbucks and you go there every few weeks, then, you know, even though the people who serve you are strangers, they end up like seeing you as someone that, you know, evolves a lot and changes a lot, and is quite spiritually inclined is what I'm getting. But also just physically, I feel like you guys do kind of have this persona about you that's quite like changeable, but also quite sophisticated and responsible. So it's really interesting. I feel like, you know, you may have, I also just got another message, you guys may have this persona sometimes, the Knight of Pentacles being like a really responsible, classy persona, and then other times you may change it up and you'll be someone completely different. Like, you'll be wearing some like streetwear kind of clothes, or some like, I don't even know if that's like a style, but you know what I mean, or you'll be wearing some like, I don't know, preppy clothes or something like that. And I feel like people really, really love that about you, and they love how like you can change it up, and you can like be classy, and then you can maybe go on a night out and not be classy. Really hard to say, because obviously these are strangers as such. That's kind of what I was getting from this, but I am getting the message that you guys repeatedly go to certain places and people see you as like two different people. Like, it could even be that, like, say you work in a business or whatever, and you have a client and they see you all like sophisticated and dressed up for work, and they see you as like responsible and a boss and a leader, and then you go on a night out and you see the same person again, and they see you as someone completely different, and they're like, oh my god, is that like, you know, Bob from The Office? And then you're wearing like something completely different, you have a completely different aura when you're out, and like, you know, when you're chilled and having like a good time compared to when you're in work. That's kind of the impression I'm getting anyway, which is really like specific and interesting. But yeah, I feel like people overall see you as like classy and things, and responsible, but then equally like, and also that you have money, but then also that you can change your look and look quite different and change your aura quite easily. So yeah, and people love that. People love that you can do like 10 billion things, and you can go from, you know, Bob who's classy to Bob who's wearing a Hawaiian shirt, you know, they love that. And then moving on to the acquaintances or people that like you're friends with but you're not close to, we've got the King of Swords, which to me always emphasises like intellect and things like that. So I feel like a lot of people view you as extremely like intellectual and clever. I'm hearing clever clogs, which is something actually my family used to say if you did something like clever. So yeah, you guys could be seen as like clever. Again, this leadership kind of vibe. I feel like all across the board for everyone who sees you, and what people always love about you, whether they're strangers, acquaintances or close friends to you or whatever, is that you have like this leadership quality about you, and like you really stand out in a room, you know. Because all of these people, you know, they're on their own up here and they're like standing out. So I feel like you're like, I'm hearing that you're cutthroat as well, which obviously you guys, I hope you know what that saying means, but basically if you don't, it just means that like you'll just say it how it is. And I feel like people love that about you, people that are friends with you. You say it how it is. I'm getting like air sign energy from this, obviously, because it's swords. So I feel like you guys are witty, you're intellectual, you're clever, like you know what to say and when to say it, basically, with your friends and with people that, you know, you may work with. I feel like that's why you have this persona as well, and maybe why you guys have a leadership position. I feel like at work you guys have a leadership position, or whatever kind of business you're in, you're high up in the ranks. And yeah, I feel like people love that about you. They love that you'll just say it how it is. They love that you're very intellectual. They love that, like, say you're doing a group meeting or a group situation, like say you're, I don't know, in a job and you have to do like a group project, or if you're in university and you have to do a group project or whatever, you're kind of the person to take control, take lead, not in like a bossy way, but just in like a I've got my shit together basically way. And yeah, like people love that you'll take control of the situation, and they love that you're intellectual, so you know what you're doing in the situation, and they just really love that about you. So that's really great. And then I also heard outgoing when I was doing this aspect of the reading, and I feel like you guys are very outgoing with people. So this may be, you know, that you often go out with kind of like friends or acquaintances. You probably hang out with these people, even if you're not close to them. I feel like you're a very extroverted person. If you're not, then it could just be, I'm hearing that on social media you are. So if you're maybe not in person and you're like, no, I'm such an introvert, or what you want about, then it could just be that like on social media you maybe talk to a lot of people or reply to people's stories, or that you just attract a lot of attention on there and people love that. You guys could even have a social media following, so maybe if you're like really, really not into, you know, like actually seeing people in real life, but you could have like a good following on Instagram where you post like quotes or something like that, you know. Anyway, I just got that message as like a side thing. I'm also here in side hustle, so it could be a side hustle for you guys. Anyway, people love that you're quite outgoing, people love that you're down for a good time. People love that you have these two sides to you, that you have like this intellectual side to you. Again, we're getting the two sides, and this makes so much sense now. I feel like people love that you guys have like such an intellectual side to you, and like, again, going along with this kind of vibe of like, you know, being classy and sophisticated. People love that you can be intellectual and take control and be a leader, but people also love that you can go out and have a good time and let your hair down and put your like red dress on, you know, and kind of links with this death card again. So like, you know, you guys, like I said, might see someone at work and they have this impression of you, and then they see you out and they have a different impression of you. And I feel like same with acquaintances, same with co-workers, with friends that you're not super close to, but you know, similar thing. Like you may be, you know, going out on a night out, and people in work have always seen you as this like intellectual person, but then they also see you when you go out with them for drinks or something as like this person that can celebrate, this person that can have a good time, the person that can be a life of the party, a person that can be really social. So I feel like you've got two ends of the stick, which is really, really positive, and people love that. They really love that. There's a lot of emphasis on this with the outgoing nature, so people love how social you are and how willing you are to like be friends with people and be friends with everyone. And then for people that are close to you, again, we've got this amazing like leadership. I wouldn't really say leadership for the Empress, but it's a similar energy where you're kind of like on top of your game, you know. So people close to you see you as quite like a spiritual person, and this is quite feminine energy, hence the like female symbol here. But yeah, we've got a lot of like feminine energy here, a lot of like positive, euphoric energy, and I feel like your aura to the people close to you is really beautiful and positive. And people who are close to you, they know, like, they see you and they're like, they love that you know yourself, they love that you are happy in yourself, they love that you've got your stuff together, and that you're, you know, that you're positive and that you're happy in yourself and that you don't really need anyone else. And I feel like a lot of you probably do have a lot of people that you are friends with, but a lot of you maybe don't have people that you're super, super close to you, is what I'm hearing. Or if you do, you're very like limited with the amount of people you let in, because I feel like you have such a nice energy and you always want to protect that in terms of people getting close to your heart chakra. So I feel like you kind of maybe keep a lot of people at the friend distance, but not let a lot of people into this, because this is someone who will like take, I don't know how to explain it, like kind of like stand up for what they believe in. And I feel like a lot of people close to you feel like that, like they feel like, okay, this person will always stand up for what they believe in, this person will always kind of, I feel like some of you are a little bit defensive, and I know this is what people love about you, but I do think people love that you stand up for yourself and that you know your own worth. And I think people love that you don't let everyone in, and you will not get walked over. Like, I'm hearing that strongly, like you will not get walked over or walked all over. Maybe you have in the past, but you definitely wouldn't now. Like, people would not walk all over you. You're very like, you're not free flowing with who you let in. I feel like you are on a friendship level, but like on a deeper level you're not. And I feel like people love that about you. People love that you're not just going to let them in super easily. And people that are close to you know that like you work really hard to have become the person you are, and they know that if they're in your life, they're in your life for like a solid reason, and they love that, you know. They love that you wouldn't just like, you know, go out with someone or, I don't know, become married to someone just for the sake of it. You're not that kind of person. You're very independent and you know what you want, and I think people love that. People love that you go for it. I am hearing that like sometimes maybe you should let more people in, but obviously that's completely up to you, and that is not what this reading is about. It's about what people love about you. But either way, like, people love that, you know, you're cutthroat, that you can do two kind of personas of like the serious working and the going out and having fun. And people also love that like you don't let people in super easily, and that you have this lovely energy when you do let people in. I feel like when you do let people in, you're very nurturing and really kind and loving, and I think maybe that's why you protect your heart chakra a lot. But people do really love that. Like, people that are close to you, they love that you're not gonna let, you know, 10 people in on your secret, you're going to let maybe one person in on it, you know? So anyway, that was it for pile number 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. This was, again, a really lovely reading. I love doing these readings. I leave it with such a positive energy. But hopefully you enjoyed this. Let me know if it resonated in the comments. Like the video and subscribe. And I hope to see you in another pick a card reading very soon when it resonates with you. Bye bye. Hello to everybody that chose pile number 3, or the black tourmaline. I just want to say I'm really sorry if the lighting has gone a bit bad, but it is literally 6 p.m. and it's gotten really dark here already, so we're just going to have to bear with it, but I really do apologise if it's not the best lighting. I will definitely work on it for next time. But yeah, anyway, we're going to start off by getting the deck. Something I always like to do before a reading, just because you don't want to end up having the energy of last reading still kind of stuck in the cards. At least that's how I view it, so I like to just do that and cut the deck. Anyway, we're going to start off by getting a card for you guys, and pile number 3, kind of 2 cards, just a little bit about what strangers love about you. And honestly, I'm getting such like a chill zen vibe from this pile. I don't know why. I just feel super relaxed all of a sudden, and actually in the last pile I kind of felt a little bit like anxious. So yeah, like when I started reading, this one is just so calm. I love it. So anyway, pile number 3. I hope I didn't say pile number 2, by the way. I meant 3 if I did. But yeah, pile number 3. What do strangers love about you? What do strangers love about pile number 3, Spirit? Okay, and we got 2 cards already. Okay, we got the World and we got the 10 of Wands. Very interesting. What do strangers, sorry, not strangers, what do acquaintances and friends love about pile number 3? What do acquaintances and friends love about pile number 3? What do acquaintances, friends, co-workers love about pile number 3? What do acquaintances, friends, co-workers love about pile number 3? Okay, we've got the 3 of Cups. So we actually had this in the last reading as well, or the first reading, I can't remember, but one of them. What do acquaintances, friends, co-workers love about pile number 3? I'm hearing always up for a good time. And then we've also got the Wheel of Fortune. Another card did fly out as well, but I'm only taking 2, so we'll disregard that one. But yeah, 3 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. 2 major arcana again, like the other piles. But yeah, we'll see if you guys get another major arcana. Okay, this one wanted to come out. We got the Tower. What do people close to pile number 3 love about them? I'm hearing the drama. What do people close to pile number 3 love about them? One card for what people close to pile number 3 love about them. Spirit, 1 card. That's 2 cards, but we'll take the top one anyway. There we go. I'm also not taking reversals if you guys hadn't noticed, although I don't think many cards have really come out reversed anyway. But yeah, anyway. So we've got very interesting setup here. So we've got 3 major arcana. This is actually the most major arcana that we've had in any of the piles. So yeah, that could just be very significant. Maybe you have a lot of significant love in your life, a lot of things people love about you, and yeah, this seems really varied. So in terms of what strangers love about you, I feel like this is really interesting actually. I feel like a lot of strangers see you doing a lot of hard work. This could be, I did hear like manual labour and manual work when I first shuffled the cards. That's what I felt. So I feel like some of you may work kind of like a more manual job, or maybe something physical, and you could also travel a lot with the world. Maybe strangers who pass you, they think you're very well travelled, and they think that you're very like, you know, you globally understand the world really well. It could even be like world events or current events you guys seem to understand really well. And I feel like strangers, so people that, you know, you might see in a shop, or people that you have a brief conversation with, or people that you'll talk to on the bus or something like that, people in those situations view you as someone who's very well travelled, but also someone that works really hard. So it could be that you go around the world and you work, or that you do a lot of different things around the world in terms of your work. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I'm getting like a manual labourer, like an engineer that does like bridges and stuff. I've forgotten what they're called, but I'm getting that kind of vibe where you go around the world and you do that. I don't know why I'm getting that, but yeah, I feel like people see you as someone that maybe dresses quite differently. So you could dress with like loads of different things from different places around the world. Like, you know how there's like more European fashion, more like I don't know, you know how like different cultures have different kind of fashions, like obviously European fashion is like maybe like, I don't know, if you go to like, for example, being a British person, if I go to Spain or something, usually the clothes they wear are slightly different, and I feel like maybe you guys have that kind of vibe where you wear something a little bit different from compared to the place that you live. So maybe if you live in the UK, you wear some stuff that looks kind of Italian, or maybe you just have bits and pieces from everywhere, and that your style is quite cultured, is what I'm feeling for a lot of you. If you're not, and you're like, I literally wear jogging bottoms every day like a typical British person, or wherever you're from, then you know, maybe that doesn't resonate for you. But it could just be that people think you're really, really well travelled when you talk to them. You could seem like you have a knowledge on everything as well. Like, the world doesn't just mean travel, it could also mean that you guys have like a good knowledge on everything about the world, or just different things from our world. So you might have a good knowledge on politics, history, and things like that. And I guess when people first talk to you, that's kind of what they love about you and what they see in you. And I think what people really, really love is the fact that like you are quite well cultured, and you're quite diverse, and you're quite like unique, is what I'm hearing. And then I also think people notice and they love that you always look like you're working hard. So maybe you're the kind of person that if you're on a train, you're doing your work. Maybe if you're walking down the street, I don't know how people would know this, but maybe you're like walking down the street and you're listening to a podcast about a subject you're studying or something like that. I feel like people always think you're hardworking. If you're maybe like in university, at school, you're always in the library doing hard work, and people always think you're working really hard. If you're a manual labourer, maybe people see like the dirt on your clothes and the paint on your clothes or something like that, and they like think, wow, this person's been really, really working hard. You know, so I feel like you give a really interesting and kind of unique impression to a lot of people who you walk past. I feel like a lot of people see this cultured kind of side of you where it's very expansive, and you seem like you've seen a lot of things. I'm also hearing that you may not be fazed by things. So say you see something in public that some people would think like, oh my god, that's crazy. You might sit there and think that's normal. Like, I'm hearing maybe some of you came from a place where you saw a lot of violence, or you were exposed to a lot of trauma, and now anything you see where you live now doesn't really affect you. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know if that is resonating or relevant for anyone, but let me know if it is. And yeah, anyway, like I said, with the 10 of Wands, I feel like you work really, really hard, and people see that. So strangers love that you're cultured, or that you look cultured at least, or you seem cultured. You seem like you have really good general knowledge and like a really good outlook on the world, and you also seem like you work really, really hard, and that's what strangers love about you. Sorry if you can hear that noise, by the way, it's literally just the water in my house, but it's very, very loud when someone's using it, so please ignore that. So yeah, strangers' impression of you is very interesting, and definitely the most like unique impression, I guess, that we've had throughout the 3 piles. So I feel like you guys are probably quite unique people and quite quirky. I don't think that you're like your typical Joe that you see walking down the street. You know, I think you do stand out quite a lot in a good way, obviously, because this is what people love about you. But yeah, people love that you stand out. People love that you're like culture, that you might wear something different, that you know, when I say different, I mean it's something different to where you live. You know, you don't necessarily conform to the norms, and I think people love that you look like you work hard as well, and that's something a lot of strangers love about you and see in you. In terms of what like your friends and acquaintances love about you, I feel like this did come out in the other pile, but I'm feeling for this a similar vibe, I guess, but I'm not feeling as much of an outgoing vibe, but I'm feeling like you guys do. You really like to celebrate, you really like to go big or go home, you really like to, I'm hearing, talk to people and become friends with people from all around the globe, which obviously links to the World card quite strongly. But yeah, I really feel like this, and I feel like people love that you're willing to talk to anyone, and you could be the kind of person, and I relate to this a lot, who likes to talk to people about like people from different cultures and kind of ask some questions about the culture just because you're intrigued and you find it like interesting. So that could definitely be something you guys do and that you guys like really enjoy doing. So yeah, for this, I'm feeling like people that know you but aren't close to you, they feel like they really love how friendly you are, and they really love how like up for a good time you are wherever you are in the world. And yeah, I'm just feeling for a lot of you, you're quite restless, and you really like to go out and you like to do things, and people love that about you. People that know you, you know, they'll be like, say you work with someone and they're like, oh, how was your weekend? You're the kind of person to be like, oh, I did this, went out with these people on Saturday night, and then did this on Sunday morning, and then went here on travelled here last night and now I'm back in work. You know, you're that kind of person that's always got a lot going on. And if you don't, and you're like, that is not me, like I am not that kind of person, then it could just be that like people love that you maybe like have a lot of different interests. So maybe like, you know, they'll ask you how your weekend was and you'll be like, oh yeah, I did this and this, and maybe, you know, you're an introvert and you like doing things on your own, but maybe you'll be like, oh, I like filmed a YouTube video and then did some yoga and then went on a run and then did some painting or whatever. Like I feel like you have a lot going on and you're quite like open about that. But I feel like for most of you, you're quite not overly outgoing people, but you're the kind of people that enjoy spending time with others. You're probably more extroverted. You enjoy kind of like having a lot of friends in different places and stuff like that, and that kind of links with the world. Like I feel like a lot of you guys have connections with people all around the world and you have a lot of interests, and people love that about you. People that maybe don't know you super well, they're like, wow, I love that person. Like I feel like you're a very exciting person to be around and people love being around you. And then in terms of the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like you guys have a lot of like good karma and good luck, and I feel like people see that, and it's kind of similar to, I think it was the first pile who had similar cards for the friendship section, where people saw them as like a master manifester and quite an outgoing person. I feel like you're kind of similar. Like people that don't know you, they like want to get to know you better. They feel like, oh, I want to be around that person, you know, they have really good luck. When in reality, I don't really know. Like I said to the other pile, I don't really know if I believe in good luck, but you can definitely have like good karma and good things happen to you because of your positive mindset and have like, you know, positive manifestations and things. And I feel like whatever you guys set your mind to, it kind of like works out for you. And I think that probably goes along with the hard work as well that you guys put in, and that probably goes along quite well with the hard work you guys put in. And I'm also seeing 10 and 10 here, so that could be relevant for you guys. There's quite a lot of 10s in these cards, so maybe 10 is relevant to you, or 1010, something like that. But yeah, honestly, I feel like for a lot of you guys, people love that you're like positive, people love that you're always down for a good time, people love that you're very open to talk to anything with them. That didn't make any sense. People love that you're very open to talk about things with them, and you're very open to like talking to anyone from any culture, any background, any situation. Like you're definitely not a judgmental person. Like you're very open-minded, and I'm getting that you might like to talk about books with people, because there's just so many books on these cards, or like more intellectual topics, if you know what I mean. So you guys, yeah, I feel like you're very cultured. People love that. People love that like you're really positive to be around. People feel like they have good luck when they're around you, and they love that. They really love that vibe. They love the vibe you give off, is what I'm getting. Like people love your vibe. So sorry guys, my camera died, and then actually my camera ran out of storage, so I've had to refilm this like 3 times. But I was basically saying about the Wheel of Fortune and how like a lot of people think you basically just exert really, really good vibes, and people love that. People love the good vibes you give off. People love being around you, your energy, your aura. And I feel like a lot of people that are acquaintances or friends with you want to spend more time with you because they just love it. And then moving on to people that are close to you, I feel like people close to you view you as, I think I said it when I was shuffling, like drama. Like you guys always have something going on. You've always got something exciting to talk about. You've always got like 10 billion stories. So say, for example, you are really into, I don't know, like on the weekend, say for example you go into work and someone asks you, oh, what did you do this weekend? You're like, oh my god, like I did this, I went hiking on Saturday morning, and then Saturday night I worked on my art, and then Sunday I worked on a project, and then Sunday night I went out for drinks. And you've just got like 10 billion things to tell people. You could also have a lot of travel stories, so like I don't know, like, oh, when I was in Rome 2 years ago this happened, and then when I was in London last week this happened. And I feel like people love that. Like people close to you, they love hearing about your stories, they love hearing about your drama. And I feel like drama has a bad rep, you know, people say like, oh, drama is bad, blah blah blah, but I think it's not that kind of drama, you know, not in a negative way. I feel like you just always have things that happen to you. You might have quite an eventful life, and I feel like with the world and the 3 of Cups and things like that, it definitely seems like that. And I feel like you guys just always have loads to talk about. And it could even just be like things that happen to you with people you know, like people in work or people who you walk past in the street. I feel like you guys just see a lot, and a lot happens, and people are never bored when they're around you, and they love that. So if you're in a relationship, I feel like this isn't the kind of relationship where you get bored. If you're kind of like, or where the other person would get bored. I feel like if you've got like close friends, which, well, I'm assuming you do, yeah, any of your close friends, any of your best friends, they don't get bored of you. You're always kind of that person who has like excitement in the friendship group. So yeah, I think people love that about you. And I also think that you guys are very, very respected in any friendship group you're in, or any relationship you're in. This is literally about respect, and you could actually have a problem in a way where people place you on a pedestal. So they might like get obsessed with you or like really admire you. But yeah, I feel like people love you so much and they respect you so much, and I feel like they feel like they'll always respect you, you know, whether they remain close to you forever or not. And I just think like the people in your life, like they view you as very close, they view you as I feel like just the people in your life who are close to you, they view you as amazing and like up on a hierarchy, and that you've always got something exciting to tell them, and that you're always you're really like, you know, great to be around, I think, in like a friendship way, but then you're also great to be around in terms of like a close-knit way, because I feel like the more people you meet here, which I feel like you know a lot of people here, because of the World card and the Three of Cups, but I feel like the more people you meet here, the more people want to be close to you, and I feel like you might have quite a lot of people that you feel like you're close to, and I feel like all those people admire you a lot. So yeah, that's really beautiful, and I think a lot of people just admire you and see you as like the queen or the king, you know, that kind of energy is what you exert. So that's really amazing. I really hope you guys enjoyed this positive, lovely, loving reading. If you did, then smash the like button. Comment down below on how this resonated, or if it resonated at all. And subscribe for more readings, and I will see you guys very, very soon. I hope you have a really good day, night, evening, or whatever, whenever you are seeing this. And I hope to see you in another reading that hopefully resonates with you. Bye bye.